All right, what is going on, everyone, and welcome back to November 8th Global Lab Patch Notes. So, as you know, Global Lab Notes come out every Friday, and usually when that happens, it comes out within like a week or so to the live servers. But it's always a good idea to check up on these notes just because, you know, events happen and you never know how the market changes. But I haven't read the notes yet. If you want to read it, I'll leave a link in the description as well. And I heard there's a lot of Lifeskill updates, which is actually pretty amazing because Lifeskill has been needing updates for literally years now. And yeah, let's look at it together. All right, so November 8th, that's today. Let's see what's happening. Some class changes, Sork changes. At level 63, the base attack power is applied from 42 to 53, so I guess your overall damage goes up at 63. That's awesome. That's just Sorks. And a lot of skills, admittedly, I have no idea. I don't play Sork a lot. Goldfish, that looks like a tamer. Admittedly, I don't play tamer either, but it's funny how the Korean translation to English says goldfish. By the way, official Global Labs patch notes, Google translated from Korean to English. I'll try to make it make sense. But tamer, yeah, admittedly, I just have no idea. I don't play tamer. Valkyrie changes. Believe it or not, Valkyrie was the first ever class I made in this game when I first started, when the game came out. So I do know a little bit of Valkyrie, but it's not my main. Stamina consumed from when using skills has been reduced. Always good. Knockback effect when a successful hit has changed to apply only to monsters, and a forward guard effect has been added. Yeah, so I remember about a year ago, well, I guess this is like a occurring thing. They're trying to change the whole CC system. And so like knockback effects only is PvE, and then they add more guards and change how the CC system works in PvP. Whether that's a good thing or not really just depends. It's not a new thing. It's been an ongoing thing in general. And a lot of other changes as well. Kuno needs a lot of buffs from what I've heard. People have been waiting for this for a while. Ankle cut, cooldown 10 to 7 seconds, pretty huge. Attack range increased. More damage. Awakening. I actually have no idea which is better if you play a Kuno, Awakening or Succession. I've always wanted to try it out, but you know, I think I have mine on Awakening just because the chakrams look really cool, and that kind of factors into a lot of my decisions of whether I play Awakening or Succession on non-main classes, so how well they look and everything. So that's the thing. Ninjas. Ninja Awakening is reported to have lower movement ability after the increase in cooldown of the last flashy murder skill. Lower movement ability. Bro, ninjas have like the highest movement. What are they on? What's happening? Do you know how hard it is to catch a ninja in PvP? Bro. Who's doing these balance changes? Excessive to use a skill that inflicts a status effect on the enemy every 3 seconds while in super armor. Yeah, that's pretty cracked. However, considering the current mobility aspect of the Awakening Ninja, it was judged that some degree of improvement was necessary. Anyone who has ever PvP'd against a ninja knows that they are so hard to catch. Bro, even you guys know Armin, right? He's a streamer. He won like the, what is it? Solaire or whatever, the PvP thing that goes on in seasons now. Dude, he was like first place multiple seasons in a row as a ninja. So clearly there's nothing. He's also a very skilled player, but still. I don't think Ninja needs any changes, to be honest. So, yeah. I think they said all the reduced changes in speed, though that's a lot of damage. Numbers changed. That damage looks like more than before. And usually when they say PvP damage reduction, it usually feels the same. It's just changing the numbers for overall PvE. And then just like, it looks like it's worse, but it feels the same probably. Wizard, don't know much about it. Location, I guess that means witch. Lawn Awakening focuses on bringing back skills that can fill gaps after using all the main skills in PvE. You mean all 4 skills that you use on Lawn? Very cool. Obviously, that was kind of a joke, but Lawn is very easy to play, actually. All right, so yep, these all look like the hotbar abilities that people just go like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then that's how you play Lawn. Hasashin, the messenger. It's always funny. I see some like new name every time I read patch notes and class balance changes. The Awakening of Hasashin focus on PvE buffs and clarifying the characteristics of the skills instead of adjusting the Reformation skill and easier to use counter. I actually think Hasashin is in a really good state. Like, actually, people think they're really good in general, and both for PvE and PvP. You ever see Vert play? Vert is really good. So, yeah, I think he said Hasashin is good. And so I guess they're getting better now. Always nice to see. They're actually kind of hard to fight in PvE just because, like, the tornadoes are always going and those will CC you. And it's just, like, very hard to fight. Nova. Nova's legacy was different from other characters who can handle summons. Yeah, so all those like guards around her. And the damage to the main body and summons on one skill is about 4.8 to 5.2. Various special damage increase the effect of 50%. So, yeah, Nova Succession has always been like one of the slower classes. Obviously, that's the playstyle. But like I think a lot of people said it was very boring to play, and I have a Succession Nova. It's my Garmoth alt, and like, yeah, I can definitely tell it's a lot slower than others. So if they're getting changes, that's awesome. And Awakening Nova is very strong, highest APM class, or up there in the top like 5 in my opinion. But like, if you were to play one seriously, chances are you're playing Awakening, and it just looks cooler, to be honest. So yeah, a lot of cooldown changes. Okay. And a lot of damage changes. Dracania. Let's see. Dracania has a structure that strengthens skills by charging ions. So yeah, there's 2 stances, the red and blue essentially. And Drac is very strong in PvP. And it's actually a pretty mobile class, so PvE is good as well, but I think it's more used in PvP. Just a lot of damage changes. Umbrella, that's a Wusa. All defense increased effects of skills has been changed from 20 to 10 seconds to 30 to 10 seconds. From 20 for 10 seconds to 30 for 10 seconds. I see. So 20 for 10 seconds to 30 for 10 seconds. I see. Well, I'm going to have to check that out later when it goes to live, because my tag for the longest time has actually been Wusa, and it's at level 64. So if there's anything I know how to play aside from Dark Knight, it is actually Wusa. Movement speed reduction has been removed, and attack and cast speed reductions has been changed to 20% for 5 seconds. Movement speed reduction effect has been removed, and attack and cast speed. Okay, so it's replaced. Interesting. The activation speed of the following skills: Song of the Moon, Sahi's Descent, Moon Rises. Okay, activated from left to right. I'm gonna have to test that on the live servers when it goes live next week. And damage reduction effect while in super armor state using awakening skills has been increased from 10 to 15. Yeah, so I've always played Succession Wusa just because overall damage output was higher. And I do think Awakening is kind of fun, but like if I'm going for damage output, it's just Succession. Dosa has a lot of changes every week when we read these notes. Dosa, something is broken or something is getting fixed. It's almost like they should just hire some people to actually play test these before releasing it. And like, you know, I've had so many complaints. Like, I've always said that they should take their time and release a class when it's fully done. So that means for both Awakening and Succession. However, over the past years, ever since Morning Light and even slightly before, they always just release classes incomplete. Like when it comes out, Succession is always first, and then they come out with like Awakening 3 months later or something, and then I don't know. I'd rather just go a year without another class and have it come out when it's fully done, Awakening and Succession. Obviously, balance changes happens. That's cool. But like when skills are broken and things just don't work and you're only coming out with half of it at the time, it just seems weird. I wish they would not do that, but you know, BDO is a business. So a lot of damage changes. Royal Workshop. I do believe Royal Workshop means Imperial Delivery. That is the English thing. So designed to produce, process, and deliver items exclusively from the land of the morning, earning silver. So basically tax-free silver by processing. If you guys know what Imperial Delivery is, I assume that's that. Just go. Oh, is that a new one? Oh, is it trading? Interesting. Oh, so this is a new one. Interesting. You can start the Royal Workshop by investing 5 contribution in the Royal Workshop and these locations. So let's see. So they're just more nodes essentially. And then you can combine things. These are not trade items, so you don't have to carry them on your back. And you can sell them to NPCs. So it's like a mix of trading. Okay. Imperial production and delivery. Okay, so I got confused a little bit. This one is a separate thing, and Imperial delivery got a change as well. So Imperial delivery content is stable and regular income for adventurers. Basically, it's about 150 mil a day for everyone. It's nice. 5 minutes of work. Everyone should do it. Allowing for individual deliveries for cooking and alchemy, the additional profit from mastery has been increased. That's huge. Like for the amount of work you put in, 5 whole minutes to craft the boxes and turn it in for 150 mil a day. That's pretty good. Before you would only do cooking, mostly because that's higher profit margins. But the fact that you get more profit from alchemy boxes now that's actually really good. So improvements made and reduced weight for delivery boxes and the ability to package them in bulk. Huge. The weight of Imperial boxes and medicine boxes of cooking and alchemy for Imperial production delivery has been reduced from 10 to 1. Very good. So yeah, that's awesome. It's good news for everyone, especially like the free-to-play players and people who don't have all the weight on their characters. It's fantastic. You can bulk craft instead of 10 at a time to 100 at a time. Very good news. So it goes from 5 minutes to like 1.5 minutes daily now. That's fantastic. So I think it's still the same amount in terms of like materials you need to turn into boxes. However, you just get more profit overall, which always a good thing. Imperial crafting additional profit based on alchemy. So yeah, alchemy has always been a little bit trickier to calculate simply because people use them more often, whereas Imperial cooking has been easier because you just make it and people don't particularly use the old outdated meals and you just turn them in. So the fact that we're making more profit nowadays on alchemy is always a good thing. And cooking and alchemy fields have been separated. Oh, so you could do double turn-ins. So you could do both cooking and alchemy. instead of being able to do one or the other, or like a combined total of your contribution points divided by 2. Now they're both separate, so it's basically double profit if you do both of them. I think that's a very good thing. People making more silver, always fantastic. Guild representative leader. The guild's manor functions have been enhanced, so you can share furniture buffs with buff effects that you personally use with your guild members. You can share furniture with the buff effects that you personally used with your guild members. Ooh, interesting. As many guilds begin to designate a guild representative, like, so you know how they added guild halls now, like the guild house? Okay, now you could actually use the things that give buffs now, so that's awesome. Obtained as a reward for completing guild missions, very cool. Furniture and manufacturing license, Breath of Anger, very cool. More guild stuff. Admittedly, we have someone else in the guild doing that, so it's not a big deal for me. Furniture weight has been changed. Oh, it just lowers it overall. Very good. Fish hook. New treasure fish species. That's a picture. Added 45 new treasure fish that can be obtained through fishing. Holy. However, treasure grade cannot be used for Imperial fish deliveries. So I assume most of these are out in Margoria, which I think is a good thing, because it's always been like that, where if you fish in like a town, you usually get low profits because it's like a safe zone. Whereas if you fish in the middle of the ocean, you get the rare fish, but it's like, you know, dangerous more or less. So the fact that they're adding more types of fish is always good. Wow, fish that's almost 1 billion silver. That's huge. That's actually a lot of silver. Oh, nice. 1 billion silver to get a pink dolphin. Honestly, if I got a pink dolphin, I'd probably keep it in my inventory. Like, it's like, oh, I got this. Cool. And you get a title. So, yeah, might actually have to go fishing sometime and see if we can get something. It doesn't really matter. I just want more titles, actually. So, yeah, I might do some ocean fishing in the future. Get some cool stuff. I think that's good for all the fishers out there. Increased fish prices by grade. Basically doubled across the board. Always good. Bartering. First level trade goods. Require different materials. They've been kind of adjusting that over the years. And I think that's good. Star of Margoria. In the vast ocean of Margoria, the barters started bartering new items. Yeah, it's been like about at least a year since I've done bartering, because like ever since I got my Carrack, I just kind of burnt myself out, and I'm just like, I don't want to go in the ocean anymore. So I just didn't. Also, like, admittedly, it's not as profitable to go bartering these days versus just grinding. So yeah, the fact that they're actually revamping ocean content and bartering, sailing, fishing, that's really good. And you need less materials from before. Awesome. Get more golden coins. So for all of you who are going for, what is that item? The treasure item in the ocean, the Ebonruth Knoll. Yeah, now it's still not easy, but it's half the time than before. That's good. The items that appear in the surprise barter have been changed. All of these gone. We don't need blue tier Garanoa accessories. You can get Tri and Tet Monos. That's huge. Good change. W. Top grade Margoria Seastone box. W. Crow coins. All of these. This is a good change right here. Very awesome. Tet Monos. Most people aren't even there yet. I think that's huge. The number of crow coins available from surprise bartering that also appears. basically doubled, or at least almost. So very good. New feature that allows you to exchange Etheria heavy ships registered for dock reservation. What does that mean? Hold on. Integrated exchange upper limit to 50 billion silver coins, starting at 20 billion. The lower. Wait, you can sell your Carrack now? I have a Valor. Yo, for all the people to have like one of every ship, Valor, balanced, Volante is progressive, and emergency. What's the other one? I don't know I only know the frigate ones, but I don't know the sailboat versions actually. I know there's balanced and advanced, I think. And then there's Valor and Volante. Ooh, wow. That's actually like very interesting. The fact that you can you wait, hold on. You can convert your Carrack into a registration certificate. So does that either means you can convert or you can sell it, which, you know, I guess sort of is the same thing. In a way, just a few extra steps, but I think that's a good thing. I don't have any regrets. I chose the Valor because I wanted to do boat PvP back before naval fame was a thing, and I did a little bit with my friends. So the way it worked, like how I PvP'd with like boats and stuff with my friends, is one of us would merc into another guild, and then we'd go near like a ship repair station or wharf manager, and then we would just like go in circles, firing at each other while flagged up, and then whenever like one of us, our boat was at like 10%, we would just like tell each other so we don't sink each other. And then we would just keep repairing. And then they added naval fame that killed any and all boat PvP. That sucks, but I mean, like, Valor overall makes doing dailies a little bit easier. But let's be real, I chose it more for the boat PvP side, but then that's no longer a thing. But either way, I don't have any regrets. The Imperial Groom is something blah blah blah. A new lamp for wagons. That looks cool. Maybe we'll go for that one day. Bottle of notes that can be obtained through fishing has been improved to stack in one bag slot. I don't fish enough to know what that does, so very cool. Afuaru has been changed to appear near adventures to obtained items in new areas. Okay. Node wars and sieges. We removed the rule where holding a fort for 15 minutes guaranteed victory, even if there's time remaining. Yeah, I think that's a good thing, actually. I've heard a lot of people talking about that, and like, honestly, people want more than a 15-minute war. Like, some days, like, that's the highlight of some people's day. Like, just coming home from work and just doing a node war with their guild, and then it's over in 15 minutes. Yeah, that kind of sucks. So I'm glad they removed that 15 minutes. I think overall it's a good thing. I think they need to still improve on PvP to make it, you know, back to how it was back in the day that we all know and love. But, well, this is step one of like another 50 other steps they have to do, but good change. UI changing, buttons for controllers. An effect has been added to display the item when attempting to enhance it at the... Oh, they just say like or pen to deck. Okay, so it's white, yellow, orange, slight purple, and then big purple. Okay, I feel like if you're at this point in the game where you're enhancing Karazad, I don't think you're making the mistakes of enhancing the wrong one. Like, I'm just gonna be honest. These are endgame items. You are not making mistakes when you're enhancing these kind of tiers. So, yeah, it's more shiny, I guess, but like, what was the point? All right. I don't think any of these are super important and worth talking about. So I guess that's it. With that said, thank you guys so much for watching. Hope you guys enjoyed it. We got a lot of life skills, quality of life and changes, a bunch of class changes as well. And yeah, so I think this is overall a good update for a majority of players, especially life skillers. And it's awesome. So with that said, if you want to read the patch notes as well for yourself, I'll leave a link in the description. Keep in mind it's in Korean. I just translated it and try to make it make sense. With that said, got a bunch of cool new videos coming out in the near future and some updates to my older guides. And with that said, I'll see you guys tomorrow. Have a fantastic day. Peace.